I'm Brian.
I'm Debbie.
We are the Buffalo Bourbon Enthusiasts. But of course you know who we are. Because this is for patrons only.
It's our showdown.
We're bringing back the showdown. All right? We stopped doing it, I think, because of that tournament.
Oh, that tournament.
But
no more tournament.
We kind of enjoyed this. I think I was 6-0. All right. Stick around. We'll refresh your memory what the showdown is. All right, a refresher course on the Showdown edition. You want to give the refresher course?
Oh, we have 2 bourbons. Oh, no, now you start to talk. We got 2 bourbons. We know what they are, but we don't know what's in the glass. And we'll taste each one, and we'll look at the tasting notes and try to figure out which one's which, and pick out which one we like best.
That's pretty much what we got here. Can we, by the tasting notes of other people, determine which one's which? We try and make them similar. I was perfect, right? She had a couple hiccups, but she was pretty good too. The two
50-50. You're just a good guesser.
I don't know. I'm legit, man. I'll give reasons why. We have the 291 small batch versus
Barrell Foundation bourbon.
Okay.
5 years.
We're going to dig in on our initial thoughts. All right, we're back. Deb, you want to read first or do a little tasting first?
I'll read first.
Okay, I'll do a
like
little
we said,
tasting.
one of them is Barrell Foundation bourbon, 5 years, 100 proof. This is from Buffalo Lou. These are all samples that we do the showdown with too. 73% corn, 23% rye, and 4% malted barley. It's a blend from Kentucky, Indiana, Tennessee, Maryland. $50. We have a lot of Barrell products. I like Barrell products. Mm-hmm. I've never had one for $50 though. That'll be interesting.
This is
Which one did you go first, left?
Yes, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to try and cheat. I don't know what percentage of Tennessee whiskey, Barrell or Barrell always has that there, but I'm going to see if I can pick out the Dickel funk, ever so slight. I can do it with the Widow Jane.
He likes to say Barrell. Target, Target. He thinks he's classing up the act. Well, not bad. Whatever one that was, not bad. I like the lower proof. I like the lower end stuff. Seems like all the expensive stuff I could pass on.
I think these are both low end.
Well, no, that one is $80. I thought that's a lot for a 2-year.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
100 proof isn't my jam, so this is my excuse for screwing them up. Although this one over here does have a little bit of
tastes more than 100.
You got a little proof on the end. I think a little oak and a little spice trying to come through on the end. Anything significant? It's got decent legs.
Yeah, it's a little thick. Look, a little thicker feeling, not real thin in the mouth. The nose is nice. Nicer than that one. But as we found, sometimes the nose is great, the palate's not so great.
Got a little fruit up front.
You and your fruit.
All right.
What do you got there?
I'm gonna read about the other one. This is the 291 small batch. It's Colorado bourbon whiskey, and this is 100 proof also. So they're both 100 proof. She's making a disgusting face, so I'm thinking it's the one I'm reading about right now.
It's got some funk.
It's got some funk, right? This is from Kevin Persh. This is 80% corn, 19% malted rye, and 1% malted barley, and this is aged less than 2 years, and yet they're charging $78.99.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so you made a funny face.
Yeah, got a lot of weird stuff. The nose is indescriptive.
The tasting notes were not great on this one.
If you think it is.
Whoa!
I told you.
That nose, I don't know what that was, but it's jumping out at me.
Wait till you taste it.
Oh wait, that might be
turpentine.
Yeah, it might be youthful pine oak.
Oh, yeah, one of them does have pine. Yeah, almost like I was telling somebody else, like the Greek wine Retsina. Oh, made from pine sap. Not good. And that's probably what they're doing up in Colorado. Got all those pine trees and firs and everything using that.
It's not great, but it's better than I thought it would be.
If this is
I'm going to put it that way.
if it's $2.91 for $80, definitely not $80.
No, I don't know what they're doing. You know, for a 2-year-old, less than
Is
two.
it a liter?
That's a good question. And if it's for a liter, I'd be like saying, does anyone want to buy this from me? Okay.
Next bottle share.
Okay. You know what? We
do
think we
that.
know what's what.
Yeah.
We're going to go off camera. We're going to try and get some better tasting notes. Like I said, we're actually going to look at the tasting notes and see if we can extract what they're talking about while we're drinking it. But I think this is most likely that Colorado one.
Yeah, I think so too.
Whew, that's not good.
Just now you know what? We're back,
We're back.
and we don't think we'd buy either one of these bottles.
No. This one I'd buy more than this one if we know what we think
Yeah.
we know,
And
which
I think we
we're
do.
always wrong. So,
No,
you know,
I think I would
we'll-
bet the money on the bank on this one.
don't do that. not the retirement money. All right, I'm gonna go in for this one here. You know, again, we're trying to extract the notes that we read, and I'm getting honey, vanilla, cherries, a little bit of oak, and on the end, like the back end, the finish. Sometimes I was getting oak. Sometimes it was a little bit bitter, and then sometimes I got some mint. And you know what? I don't think I minded that. You know, I don't know, because otherwise it's too boring if it's just what it's bringing up front.
Yeah, but you know what? With what you read on there, it's got so much going on. It says honey, vanilla, blah blah blah, and then mint, sage, eucalyptus. Those things just don't go together. It does not sound like a pleasant taste.
You know, I get various sites where I get this stuff from.
I get on the palate. I get the leather, the oak, and I get some honey. Not very strong honey, more leather and oak, and that's not my big thing. It's okay. And the end, I get that spearminty kind of finish, not like a rye finish, spicy, but minty.
It's kind of boring. Okay, I'm just gonna pocket that $50 and save it for a higher end bottle. To be honest with you. All right. So let's go to this one. I'll let you go first.
This one, the nose is weird. You know, when we looked at the notes, I didn't know what that was. It was something weird, but it says pine. Yeah, I'd say pine. Tree needles, man.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go and open a bottle of Pine Sol and chug that.
On the palate, I got pine. It says pine and sap. I get that. I get, yeah. It's not, didn't like it.
You know, they had a lot of tasting notes on there, and they might be there, and we're just not nuanced. But
No, you think you'd be able to get the cinnamon and the bread.
but what I'm saying is the pine is just so dominant that you can't, or we can't, taste anything else but that pine.
Can't get around it. Can't
Like,
get by it.
there seems like there wants to be some maple sweetness coming through, but that pine is just so forceful.
I think the maple's coming from an old maple rotted cask.
I'm gonna have one more sip. You know
I'll
what?
pass.
I'll have one more. Yeah, for if this is what we think it is for that
I
price.
mean, I pass on the sip.
Oh, okay.
Done.
Stick around for what we think we know,
And I'd bet pretty good.
and the reveal. I'll have this sip off camera so you don't see me making a face.
All right. Here we go.
We're back. You like one better than the other, but we
Yeah, but because I have to pick one, I'll pick this one.
yeah, we're not buying either of these. Okay, but if you're just starting out and you don't have much of a collection or whatever,
No, it'll just turn you off for the flavor. They're not going to have
no,
much
this
liquor.
one right here.
Yeah,
I think
all
it's
right. I'll
kinda,
give you that.
Yeah.
If they start with this one, their bourbon career is ending.
I'd be like,
Tequila, here I come.
okay, yeah. So I mean, if you serve this one to me at your house, depending on my mood, I might drink it. I might be like,
Throw it in the
I'll
plant.
take something else. I'd be like, how much did you pay for this? Do you like this? Depending, what kind of, mood I'm in. Like, do I want to be a really big jerk? All right. So we think this one on our left is the Barrell Foundation, which is their intro into the budget bourbon.
$50.
And we think this one, just because
$2.91 small batch.
it's like I touched the pine tree and I'm licking my fingers.
For $79, they're smoking dope.
$2.91 small batch. Yeah, I mean, it's like...
Yeah. $50 would be.
No, you're not.
I'm not buying it for. I made a face. $50. I'm not buying it either.
Listen, if I bought it for 30, I'd still have it on my back bar. Be like, who wants?
The hobo would
who
drink
wants
it
to
when
buy
he comes
this?
over.
Yeah, the hope.
My dad.
All right, let's just reveal.
Okay, you want to do the one we like the least?
It doesn't really matter.
Small batch. Yep. It's a no-brainer.
The small batch, the
Barrell.
$2.91.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this was obviously
Kevin.
too easy.
Trying to get rid of your bad stuff.
When I looked at these and I paired them up, I was looking at the proof, and then I was like, oh, how predominant would this eucalyptus be? How piney would this be, right?
Piney.
Without tasting them, I'm like, they both have some funkiness to it, right? But this one was just bringing like way too much funk.
Yeah.
So I had no idea it would be this easy. It's not like I'm like, here, softball, hit a home run. That's just the way it is.
I think it's kind of easy when you look at the notes too, because sometimes I could never have said pine on my own. I know it was something funky. I don't know what it is. But when I read pine, I'm like, oh yeah, pine.
Oh no, I had pine.
You did not. You write research.
Yeah, but it was
You
obvious.
never said pine in any bourbon we ever drank, so don't give me that.
Okay, I'm sure there was once where I said it.
No, you didn't. You probably misread something.
Okay. Well, we hope you like this. If you want us to do more of these, you know what, you can leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, and you can't share this video. Don't do it.
But remember, bourbon's for sharing. So
Yeah.
share your bourbon.
Yeah, this is just for you, so don't share it.
Bye.
Cheers.